What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to share with you all the figures that I picked up for NYCC, the virtual con. You see this large box here, of course, and this has all of my figures in it except for one because I was so nervous. I actually was a lottery winner, but I was still so nervous about things selling out quickly that in my haste, I actually forgot one figure, but I was able to go back on and order it the next day. And each time that I went on to Funko.com, I mean, obviously the first time being a lottery winner, that was a very smooth experience. But even when I went on the next day, it wasn't too bad to go and grab the one figure I wanted to and go ahead and get off of that site. But yeah, so this is the first time ever that I can actually share everything that I purchased at one time because I've never been a lottery winner before. I've never been able to actually go to a convention before, one of those major conventions. So yeah, like I said, this will be the first time that I'm sharing everything that I got from a convention at once. I've seen people online on different YouTube videos saying that they were receiving these DC stickers with their orders. So yeah, because I had two orders, I got two DC stickers. Both of mine are Batman here. So yeah, one of these I'll probably put onto my binder where I keep the letters and things that are sent to me, and yeah, the other one I'll just find a spot for it. But yeah, little cool add-in there. As far as the figures are concerned, I'm actually going to start off with the soda figures because these are near the top and they're pretty easy to see. Let's start off here with Spikor. Okay, so there's Spikor, and this one does not have a Chase variant. This was actually also shared with Toy Tokyo, so this one does not, and feels like the sticker, is a sticker here on the outside of the plastic. That's kind of odd. Okay, but yeah, I'm not leaving this one in the can. So yeah, they actually have the sticker on the outside. That's kind of weird. But yeah, like I said, I'm not leaving that in that plastic. I am going to go ahead and get him out here. You see that he's limited to 3,000 pieces. Nice artwork there on the outside. Oh, there is a Chase variant. I don't know how, well, let me see, but I did not remember there being a Chase variant. I don't know if that's actually accurate or not, but we'll see here what we got. Okay, so apparently there is a Chase. Why did I not remember this? Maybe it's like a metallic Chase or something. I can't remember off the top of my head. Somebody let me know in the comments there, but there's 3,000 total. I got one of 2,500, so the one I have is not a Chase. I seriously did not remember there being a Chase variant available though, so that's kind of a surprise. But yeah, I wasn't expecting a Chase at all, so I'm definitely cool with what I got here. Get him out carefully. I tell you, the sodas, sometimes you can smell the vinyl like really strong. But yeah, that's pretty cool there. So yeah, like I said, let me know what the Chase is. Maybe the Chase is metallic. That would kind of make sense for the character. But I'm just happy to have this fella here. Definitely like his weapon there, the trident in hand. Yeah, so this one's pretty cool there. And I might as well go to the next, and I'm pretty sure this is going to get difficult after a while. I will try to sit things that I got here in frame, but I might as well go to the next Motu one, which of course is She-Ra. Okay, and again, let me see if feels like the sticker is on the outside, which I don't know why they did it that way, but it really doesn't matter to me because these are keepers, of course. So this one I know does have a Chase variant for sure. But I'm not really so worried about whether I get a Chase or not. Oh, that one actually was inside. It felt like it was on the outside at first. Okay, but yeah, I'm not really stressing that too much though, whether or not I have a Chase. I just wanted to make sure I got this She-Ra figure. And I know they're supposed to do an updated pop as well, so we will see what happens there. Okay, so the one I got is one of 2,500. Again, it's not a Chase variant. Like I said, fine with me. Not really stressing over that. Okay, just wanted to make sure that I got the figure again. Yeah, so if they do a pop of her, of course I will pick it up. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up doing more than one variant of her. Now with the sodas, one thing that I have an issue with is like if some of them have a sword or something like that. You see how far it's going down? I wonder if that's going to affect how she can stand. But just looking at her, pretty cool looking figure. I definitely like the headpiece there that she is wearing, and I do like how like broad the sword is as well. So it's pretty cool looking figure there. Definitely happy to have it. And okay, she stands all right. But yeah, with some of them I've had, like if they have a weapon or whatever holding, like going down like that, sometimes it can kind of throw it off from them standing properly. And The last one here, of course, is Freddy Funko NYC. This one limited to just 2,000 pieces, and I will tell you all right now, yes, this one does have a chase as well. I actually would prefer the non-chase, you know, just to be real. I really like him in the I Love New York shirt, whereas the other one is more of a the chase is sort of like a tropical looking shirt, I think. I can't remember exactly what it has on it. This one, again, sticker on the outside, kind of weird, but again, it doesn't really matter to me. This figure here, of course, is one of the first things that I added to my cart. I wanted to get to this quickly. This is one of the ones I was worried about missing out on. Okay, so I don't have the chase here. I don't have the chase, and that's actually fine with me. Like I said, I want the I Love New York one. I actually really wanted this one. But if anybody got the chase, yeah, the chase only 300 pieces. Yeah, that's pretty rare. So that's cool, you know, for people that got the chase to have something that rare in their collection. But yeah, I like this, the I Love New York shirt. That's pretty cool. And I love his expression as well, and throwing up the peace sign. Like, yeah, this is a great soda figure. One of my favorites that they've done so far. So really happy to have this fella here. That is pretty cool. And I don't know about you all, but I do, of course, I do keep these cans, and I keep the pogs as well. You know, I keep everything that comes along with the soda. So yeah, very happy with the soda figures there. Let's keep it moving though, because I know most people want to know about which pops I got. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead to a big item here because it's staring right at me. So I might as well go ahead and break this out. And I'm gonna be very careful with this because long term, this is not staying in my collection, and I'll explain that in a moment here. But I do have here the Carl and Ellie, I'm gonna call it a movie moment. And yes, it actually is. It does say movie moment here. Some people were referring to this as a 2-pack at first, but yeah, it's really a movie moment, and it's so well done. And I am going to get this out so we can get a closer look at the details of it. I'm going to be very careful with it. But this one, the main reason I got it is I've been talking about doing a sort of end of the year, like my favorite figures for the year, and I think this definitely deserves to be on that list. But I'm not going to keep this because I don't really collect Disney. This is going to go to a good friend of mine. I already spoke to her about it. So yeah, this will go to a good friend of mine after I do that video towards the end of the year. Even though this is a really awesome item though, I mean, definitely can't deny that. It would have been nice to me actually if they put the movie, you know, the image from the movie back there, but you know, it's all good. But yeah, so this is really cool here, and this is actually still been available in some box lunch locations. You know, don't completely give up on this if you did not get this initially. Like I said, I've heard from at least one person that said they still came across some in stores, you know, and I don't know if it's been back on the website or not. Actually, I think it has been back on at least one time. So again, don't give up on this if you don't have it in your collection just yet. Now, I do want to be honest with you all that the movie Up is not one of my favorite Pixar movies. I really love the opening. The opening is so powerful and emotional, you know, everything with him and his wife, you know, Carl and Ellie together. Beyond that, though, I thought it was, you know, an okay movie. But yeah, that opening just really made it for me. And I love all the detail that they have going on here. This is definitely one of the best movie moments they have ever done. You know, you see the paint on his hand, of course, there. Carl and Ellie on the mailbox there. I like how the little, you know, the door is opened up and swung out. There you see the little details on it. Yeah, that looks so good. And of course, they got the grass going on here and the sidewalk and all that. Like, you know, even the base of it looks really cool. Him standing up there on one of those boxes or crates, whatever you want to call it there. Just, it's amazing. This is definitely, like I said, one of the best movie moments they have ever done. And the color stands out, of course. You know, it looks so good. Like, this really does look good. So yeah, if you really are a big fan of this movie, like I said, don't give up on going after this if you have not been able to secure it yet. I feel like some people gave up really quick on some of the figures, but a lot of the figures that have been shared with retailers have already had some restocks. And yeah, just keep after it. Don't feel like the hunt is over. So I'm seeing that Funko shipped, instead of putting each pop in sorters, I kind of understand that would have been a lot of trouble to do. They did send 6 of the pops here together in a box, and then there is one in a sorter off to the side. I do want to go ahead and point out, I think I mentioned it earlier, that I didn't initially get one of the pops on Funko.com. I had to go back for it because I accidentally overlooked it, and that is the Wonder Woman. So I did order this, not during my lottery win time, but the following day I went back and I made sure I got her. I'm definitely going to check out the glow on her in a moment, but I'll go ahead and share the other figures here. So we have here, this is the Recyclops that I have been waiting on. I've been waiting on this form of Recyclops. Very happy to have that one. And I went and checked my local Walmart because I was just curious if they actually got some of these in store. I didn't see any, so either they didn't get them or they actually sold, but I'm really not sure what happened there. Next up here we got Ninjor, of course, from Masters of the Universe. And I was so glad I was able to get these on Funko's website instead of having to try to deal with Toy Tokyo, you know, of course, which can be a headache. I think this is the main Master of the Universe figure that a lot of people are interested in. King Hiss really does look pretty awesome there. Okay, so I'm going to sit him up there. And like I said, I will share these out of box. I'm just going to go ahead and put them all in front of the camera here first. Next up, this one looks so cool. Venomized Magneto, definitely one of my favorites for this convention. Yeah, pretty awesome there. And next up, we got here Red Goblin. And with Red Goblin, they really went crazy with the paint job here. I'm not sure how comic book accurate it is, but it does look pretty cool though. You know, so let me go and set this box aside. I still got actually 2 other pops beside me. I'll get to those in a moment here. I'll work my way from left to right here. So I'm going to start off with the Master of the Universe figures. Oh, and let me go ahead and say real quick, I decided not to get the 10-inch Beastman. You know, 10-inch figures, I got to be picky about them. And that one, I don't feel like it's a must-have. Now, if I see a good deal on it, maybe I'll change my mind. But right now, I just don't feel like I need that 10-inch Beastman. Also, Ein. That's another figure, you know, from Ein from Cowboy Bebop that comes along with the t-shirt. That's another one I decided I really don't need it right now. Maybe later on, if I catch it at a good price, you know, I'll go for it. But those were 2 items that I really debated about a lot. And when it came down to it, I was just like, no, I don't really need them. You know, so not going to worry about those for now. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the Motu figures here. Now, Ninjor, when you really take a good look at him, he's kind of a weird character. You know, maybe not as weird as Blast Attack, but yeah, he's definitely a weird character because, for one thing, look at his feet there. So I don't know if he's meant to be like crossed up with an animal or, you know, I don't know what's going on there. It's just his feet are pretty weird there. And then he does have on like the caveman style trunks, and you can see he has this vest that kind of comes down over it. That's actually nice detailing, you know, because it looks kind of realistic how the vest comes down over the belt. But yeah, on that vest, he does have like a dragon winding around a sword there, which, you know, that's fitting, I guess, for a ninja. That, you know, whatever, that works. But then with his weapons, look at that. The way this type of blade here, it almost looks like something a pirate would use in a way with that hand guard there. Kind of interesting. And then he has nunchucks in one hand, which I don't know if a ninja would actually have these 2 weapons at the same time. This figure, I mean, altogether, this character and this figure, it almost seems like designed by committee. You know, there's a lot going on here. And then his eyes are somewhat feminine. I don't know, there's a lot going on with this character. Kind of unusual. His mouth, I like this detailing here. With the mask, it almost looks like it's stretched to, you know, kind of signify that there's a mouth sculpted beneath there, which of course I doubt there is. But the mask also looks textured as well. So there is some nice detailing. It's just a weird character though, when you really take a close look at the details of him. And of course, here on my channel, I like to always get the pops out at least one time to take a close look at the details. There are some exceptions, and there will be some exceptions in this video. But yeah, for the most part, I do like to get them out and take a good look at them. This one here, King Hiss, love the colors of green that they have on him. They look really awesome. Of course, his weapon is really cool there. It's an unusual weapon, to be sure. I guess it's supposed to be like a club, but yeah, I just like the snake winding around it. That's pretty awesome there. I like his shield too, and you know, of course, the shield has a snake on it as well. So yeah, all around, this one is really cool looking. I definitely see why he's the more popular one out of these 2. Yeah, great design. That helmet is so cool as well. you know, kind of a samurai style helmet. Yeah, the detailing is just really nice there. Yeah, very cool. I like all, you know, the way it's sculpted on the back even there and everything. It's almost like like his muscles to an extent, but also sort of that snake-like design going on. Yeah, this is a really great pop. Definitely happy with that. My Motu pops are really starting to stack up to the ceiling in here, but I'm happy with them. I love collecting Master of the Universe. Next up here we got Recyclops. Of course, you got the eye up there on this helmet. Like I said, this is the one I had really been waiting on. The other Recyclops pops are cool, but I was really waiting for them to get to this form of Recyclops. And he's just loaded down with weapons. I didn't realize this before. I think he actually has, looks like mace tied to his wrist there. And it says Punish, of course, on the sign on his chest. He is so geared up. I like, too, how the different weapons and things, you know, some of these relate to just Dwight as a character on The Office. These things have come up at different times. He has used mace before in The Office. If you've seen the series, you know about that. His ninja star, which I think did come up in a different episode. I know him having a knife. He always has a knife, pretty much. Yeah, so he is loaded down with weapons. It's pretty cool to see. I felt like this pop maybe should be a little bit taller. Maybe it's because of his stance, why he doesn't stand quite as tall. But I don't know. Dwight, you know, the actual actor, Dwight, he does kind of stand tall, you know. So just seems like he should be a little bit taller. But, you know, he works, though. So, yeah, I really like this. I'm not really collecting too many pops of The Office. It's just a few that I feel like are must-haves for me. And that was definitely one of them. Now, here we go. We have here Venomized Magneto. Man, this looks so good up close. Okay, for one thing, I love the stand that he's on. The way that it's lifting him up is really awesome there. And look at the detailing up close here. You can see the Venom symbiote kind of moving around and everything. I didn't realize either. I don't know why I didn't notice that he's holding this thing in his hand there. I guess that's to represent his power of magnetism. I seriously did not even really notice that before. But yeah, this is a really awesome figure. Would be even better if it was glow in the dark, I gotta say. But yeah, even without that, this is amazing. It's really mainly like when you look at it dead on in the face, you know, where you really get that Venom look going on with it. But man, this is an awesome one. Yeah, that detail up close, that is fantastic. So they really did a good job with the sculpting on this one, and that base is so amazing. I love the way that it's actually the cape. You see the cape flowing down and creating this base there. So that is a clever idea. I really like the look of this one. Yeah, that's really awesome. I could see actually leaving that one out for a while. And then, of course, here we got Red Goblin, which right away, his base looks really awesome. Look at the coloring on it. That is done so well. And he's got this creepy like glider, of course. It's almost spider-like in a way. Or a bat-like, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it looks almost like a spine kind of opened up there that he's on. Yeah, he looks really cool. I like the coloring on him. He's got a pumpkin bomb that's even, you know, venomized as well. Yeah, because he's not, I don't know if you would really call him part of the venomized set, but I mean, it is a combination of Green Goblin and Carnage, so I think it kind of fits into that mold, basically. And yeah, the coloring and everything on the face, like I said, to me, it looks a little bit different from what I've seen in the comics, but yeah, still true to it, though. That mouth sculpt especially is pretty crazy to see up close. Yeah, he looks sort of like, I've been playing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima, so yeah, he kind of reminds me of like the Oni in that game. Yeah, that really evil looking face there. See the claw-like hands and all that. This is just so cool. And yeah, it's got that tail going on as well. Now this one actually did not sell out quickly at all. This one I think was actually up for several days. And I don't know if it actually did finally sell out or not. I think it might have even gotten a restock. But yeah, that one, if you wanted that one, you definitely could have gotten your hands on that one because it did not move very fast despite it being a really cool pop figure. And then of course here, like I said, Wonder Woman I ended up ordering the next day after my lottery shopping, and this one has grown on me a lot more, especially seeing it up close. You know, her lassoing the lightning. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I like too how they have the clouds here at the base. Looking forward to seeing how that actually plays into that movie whenever they're able to finally put the movie out. I think last I heard was maybe Christmas Day, but it seems like that could get pushed again already to the spring. You know, we'll see what happens. Whenever the movie gets released, regardless, I am going to check it out. I love the hair sculpt too. The hair sculpt is very busy to kind of give that feeling of her flying around. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, with this one, of course, I am going to go ahead and check out the glow on it. I have my UV flashlight here. I am going to go ahead and charge her up some here so we can get an idea what she looks like. I tell you though, while I'm charging her up, I could definitely not work for Funko because they would get so sick of me. Every other pop I'd be like, that's pretty cool, but we should make it a glow-in-the-dark figure, you know, because I just love glow-in-the-dark figures, you know, so I would be saying that a lot. And I like metallic paint jobs as well, you know, so I'd be suggesting that way too much. But yeah, charging her up here, I think that the lasso and the lightning should have some glow to them. Okay, let's go and see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah, the whole lightning there glows, of course. Like I said, the lasso as well. And those colors, the blue and yellow, look pretty good together. Yeah, I like that. It's tough, you know, tough sometimes to kind of capture the glow on camera, but yeah, this is pretty awesome here. Some people did ask last time how I captured the glow. Again, this is a UV flashlight, which they're pretty easy to find. You can even order one. I think I actually ordered this one from Amazon maybe. But yeah, that is an awesome glow. This is an awesome figure. I think this is, you know, one of the best of the year here. This convention altogether really did have some of the best pops of the year. Yeah, so shame on me for forgetting Wonder Woman the first time through, because she really is an awesome figure. I really think she's, you know, very well done. And that one, you know, it helps me to keep up that hype for the movie. I really am looking forward to it, you know, especially seeing her face off against Cheetah. Should be a pretty good movie. And I understand the delays, you know, I definitely do understand that. So yeah, I'm still waiting for it regardless, and hyped for it regardless. But yeah, I'd have two more figures here. And I know I've been saying that I like to get figures out and I like to look at the details. For the next two figures, I'm going to leave these in box. And I actually meant to pick up some more hard stacks. I'll have to make sure I take care of that very quickly here, because I do want to protect these figures. So we have here from the Umbrella Academy, Young Ben, who was limited to 2,000 pieces. So yeah, this is part of the reason why I was rushing on the website to make sure that I got him checked out. And Ben is actually one of my favorite characters. As a matter of fact, as far as these pops are concerned, I have very few in my collection. I do have the glow-in-the-dark Ben from Hot Topic. And then I have number 5 in his chase, and I have Vanya in her chase, and I got Diego as well. Diego's another one of my favorite characters. So that's all that I got from the Umbrella Academy. I just wanted to focus on the figures I like the most, and I really like Ben, and watching season 2 made me appreciate the character of Ben even more. So really nice to have this figure in my collection there. And like I said, I'm going to get this into a hard stack as soon as I can. And another figure that I debated, and I finally decided, you know what, I'm fortunate enough to be a lottery winner. I'm going to try for it. I know it's slim chances, but I went for it and I was able to secure it. I also have here Snake Plissken, of course, from Escape from New York, limited to just 1,000 pieces. So now this definitely is one of the rarest pieces in my collection. And I'm definitely a fan of Kurt Russell. He just has great screen presence. I especially liked him as Stuntman Mike, you know, from Grindhouse. Yeah, so yeah, which I still would like a Stuntman Mike pop. You know, that'd be cool if that ever happens. But Snake Plissken is pretty much iconic. Of course, he was the big inspiration for the Metal Gear Solid series. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, Hideo Kojima kind of ripped off Escape from New York, you know, but yeah, this is very cool. Like the artwork there on the back. I have seen the movie. Of course, it's been a little while since I watched it, but I have seen the movie before. But yeah, this is a really cool figure. I really appreciate that Funko, you know, would show some love to that movie. Pretty awesome there, you know. But yeah, I definitely got to get some hard stacks real quick. And I don't know, some other figures might get booted out of hard stacks in the meantime. But yeah, I got to get hard stacks to put those two figures in. Like I said, I'm not going to unbox those for obvious reasons. I definitely want to take good care of them. Very happy to have those in my collection. So yeah, that's it, you all. That's it for my haul. I'm going to try my best to edit this video down. I think it's going to be a long one regardless. But yeah, that's everything that I got for NYCC, the virtual con. Like I said, you know, there were some things I debated on, and I finally decided I'm not going to add them to my collection. Oh, you may notice also that Nightwing is not here. I am a fan of Nightwing. That pop just doesn't quite do it for me. I didn't want to buy it just for the sake of buying it. You know, I'm trying to be somewhat picky. So yeah, I decided to pass on Nightwing. I don't like the look of the zombie Daredevil. That's another one that just wasn't quite doing it for me. So for me, there were a couple figures that were kind of meh within this con, but overall, I think Funko did a good job with the variety and with the design. So I'm very happy, of course, with what I was able to secure. Let me say again, though, you know, towards the end of the year, my favorite pops of the year, I'm going to do like a countdown video. And then I do have some other figures that I don't plan on keeping in my collection. I bought them just because I really appreciate the designs. So yeah, at the end of the year, there's going to be some figures from earlier in the year that I will be giving away towards the end of the year. Nothing from this video, you know, nothing from here. All of these are keepers for me except for Up, which is going to a friend. But yeah, like I said, you know, some of the other figures that came out earlier this year, I'm going to be doing some giveaways towards the end of the year. So do be on the lookout for that, of course. And yeah, just continue to support the content on the channel. I really do appreciate it. Always make sure you like the videos. That's a very easy way, you know, to support me and other creators as well. I've already heard from a lot of people what your con experience was like. Of course, if you want to share that, you know, let me know what you thought about the con altogether and what your experience was like, what you were able to secure, what your favorite figure was as well. I definitely want to hear that from people. What was your favorite figure for NYCC? Let me know that in the comments. I definitely look forward to checking that out. But thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I will talk to you all again real soon.